Hello, Assalamualaikum. So today we are having live session in both platform in Facebook page Al-Madar Tafiz and Academic, and also Instagram Al-Madar Tafiz. So Assalamualaikum. How is everyone? I hope that everyone is fine. Stay safe, stay at home. Please adhere to what the government has advised us to do. So whatever it is, spend your precious time with your family, spend your precious time with your God, spend your time with beneficial things, with good things. Hi Afiq Al-Madar, thank you for joining. Hi Puan Zaliha, thank you for joining. Hi Al-Madar Aiman, thank you for joining. Why is Aiman joining the IG group? The IG. So today I want to talk about one topic that I think not many people actually understand about this topic. Well, that's why I think we need to discuss about this. So the topic that I want to discuss today is Al-Ilmu. So Al-Ilmu, basically what we understand in terms of English word, the synonym is knowledge. But actually, do we really understand the meaning of Al-Ilmu? So actually, how do we define Al-Ilmu? How others define knowledge, and how actually Allah define knowledge or al-ilmu in the Quran. So that is what we want to discuss about today. Sorry, for those who's watching in IG, because the angle might be a little bit weird since I'm facing the Facebook. So whoever joining, thank you very much for joining. Hi Liz, thank you for joining, and also Hari Sufyan, Adif, Halifi. So thank you for joining. So our topic today is about al-ilmu or knowledge. So I want to highlight actually there are many verses in the Quran that Allah explained about al-ilmu. There are a lot, but today I want to discuss about one verse in the Quran that Allah explained what is the real meaning of al-ilmu. So we are going to look at Surah Fathir, chapter number 35, verse number 28. So for those who happen to have Al-Quran next to them or near to them, go get it and then look at it, because when we learn about the word of Allah, make sure we learn properly. I mean, like see the word, and then because most of the time the knowledge and the understanding is not from the person who talk, it's from Allah. So make an effort that Allah will see you and recognize your effort. So for those who have Quran, go take the Quran, and if you happen to have a notebook, jot down anything that you think it's beneficial for you, anything that you think the learning point of this session. Hi Noor, Aida, Akila, thank you for joining. Okay, so today's topic is al-ilmu. So in Surah 35, Surah Fathir, in verse 28, Allah mentioned about al-ilmu, but then Allah doesn't directly use the word al-ilmu, but we can understand the meaning of al-ilmu based on this ayah too. So Allah said, A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim, wa minan nasi wad dawabi wal an'am mukhtalifun alwanuhu kadhalik innama yakhshallaha min ibadihi al-ulama innallaha azizun ghafur. So to understand about the real meaning about something, about a term, we have to understand the literal first. So that's why in Al-Madar Tafiz Elite School, we teach our students to understand the translation or the meaning word by word, because it's very important for us to understand the word itself before we can understand the context or the concept. So because every word that Allah used actually carry a big meaning. It's not something empty. It carries a lot of meaning, every word itself. So that's why we have to understand the word, we have to understand the meaning word by word. So in here Allah says wamin, and among an-nasi, the man, wad-dawabi, and the moving creatures, wal-an'ami, and the cattle, mukhtalifun, they are various, alwanhu, colors, kadhalik, likewise, innama, only, yakhshallah, fear to Allah, min ibadihi, from his slaves, al-ulama, those who have knowledge. Inna, indeed, Allah azizun, the almighty, ghafurun, the oft forgiving. So hello Muhammad Azmi Abdul Hamid, thank you for joining. So that's the literal meaning or word to word translation of the of this verse. So I want to highlight the kalimah al-ulama. So in literal, if for those who learn Arabic language, or they learn the translation or nahu saraf, al-ulama actually comes from the word alima ya'lamu. So alima ya'lamu is a verb. It's alima is the fi'lul madi, which is the past tense, and ya'lamu is fi'lul mudari', which is the present tense. So al-ulama itself coming from the word alima ya'lamu, because that's how nahu saraf is. The root word usually will be the verb. So alima ya'lamu means he who has knowledge. So al-ulama is actually the pronoun or the doer, someone who do the verb. So if it's singular, we call it alimun, he who has knowledge. But if plural, more than two, we call al-ulama, those who have knowledge. So that's basically what it means in terms of the language itself. But not just that, I want you to understand what al-ilmu, based on the meaning, the understanding, and also the concept of al-ilmu. Al-ilmu, if you want to know about al-ilmu, it's not just knowledge. Although we can find the synonym in English, which is knowledge, but it's not quite accurate if we just use the term knowledge, because al-ilmu doesn't only explain knowledge. No, it's not. You have to understand this. So al-ilmu is knowledge. Knowledge is too superficial. It's what you gain, what you get. But it comprises of understanding, in which the knowledge lead to the understanding, and the understanding will shape your belief system, and the belief system will affect how you act to something. So it leads to your action. So that is knowledge. That is al-ilmu. So basically it stress on the practicality of the knowledge. So that is al-ilmu. So usually we use a lot of analogy, so people will understand more. We give a lot of example. So in our Al-Madar Tafi school, we use the analogy of a child who just learned about colors, to understand how is al-ilmu is in one context. So if you look at a child, if you teach a child about a color, for example green color, you teach them about green color, you explain to them, oh, this is green, you show to them a few things that is green colored, and then you try to introduce to them the different shades of green, the light green, dark green, green mixed with something. So you try to introduce to them until up to the point that they really understand about the color green, in which they can't be confused by anyone, by any circumstances. They firmly know that is green, even though it's a light green or dark green. They know. So in that stage, we can call them as being knowledgeable or has knowledge about green color, but maybe they don't have knowledge yet about yellow color, for example, because they don't learn about yellow yet. Maybe they won't know that is yellow, that is red, that is blue. They just know the color of green. So al-ilmu is something that you really understand about it, and you won't be confused. You won't be don't know which one is which. You firmly know the meaning and the knowledge itself. So that is al-ilmu. So that's why Islam define al-ilmu as something that is more than just the knowledge. It's the practicality. It's the action on how you react that define what knowledge is. So, okay, we take another example. For example, a blind person that never see the world since birth. So you try to teach them about green color, for example. You tell them, okay, what is green, how is green, what are the things that is green colored, and they can explain it to you back the nature of green color and all the objects that are colored green, that are green colored. And then you prepare a few objects in front of them that consists of many colors, and you ask them to choose the green colored object, and accidentally they manage to find the object with green color, maybe by coincidence, you don't know. But in that stage, can you really say that they really know the color of green? Can you say that? No, because they can't see. They don't know actually what is green, how is green. They don't know. If they turn to the stage that they can see, they can't tell which one is green, although they know by the theory, by the objects that are colored green. So green is, you really have to understand. So that's why al-ilmu huwa idraku syai'un bihakikati, means with hakikat, the real meaning. You really know about it. So that is al-ilmu. Okay. So in Islam, al-ilmu doesn't only explain about akidah. Just like ad-din. Ad-din is not just about akidah. It's about the way of life. Same goes to al-ilmu. So al-ilmu means any knowledge that Allah explained in the Al-Quran that relates to our life, not just about akidah, which means our ibadah, our tawheed, our the sirah. Not just that, it's everything that Allah explained in the Quran. But there's one condition to ilmu, in which Allah clearly mentioned in this surah, in which al-ilmu is the knowledge, with one condition, in which you have to be fear of Allah with that knowledge. You have to have that criteria. If not, the knowledge is just a knowledge, not al-ilmu. That's why Allah mentioned in this verse, Allah said, Innama yakhshallahu min ibadil ulama. How do we define al-ulama? Someone who has knowledge is by the causal effect or the after effect or the what we call that, the effect of the knowledge on their life, whether they fear of Allah or not. So it is like this. You have to understand this concept. So al-ilmu is the knowledge. Knowledge is superficial. So this knowledge will lead to understanding. This understanding will shape how your belief system is. So belief system is what is in your heart. What is really deep in your heart. So that is belief system. And this belief system will affect how you respond to things, how you act. So if your belief system is based on yakhshallah, means fear to Allah, then your action also will be portrayed as the act of fear to Allah. Okay, you have to understand this. Okay, let's take a few examples so that you can really understand what is al-ilmu and how we define how Quran define al-ilmu, how Allah define al-ulama. Okay, so we take for example salah, pray. Okay, so someone who has knowledge about pray, they can perform pray very well, they can perform salah very well. So they have the knowledge and they perform it. But we have to see the intention, the belief system. Why do they perform knowledge? Why do they perform salah? Is it because of their fear to Allah, or they just want to show off to people? They just want people to see that they are good person. They just want to get more rezeki. They just want to keep their business to sustain, for example. Or they just don't want people to say that they haven't prayed and they will feel guilty. So why do they pray? How do they implement their knowledge about salah? So based on their intention. If it's not because of yakhshallah, then they won't get the benefit of salah as how Allah promised in the Quran. In fact, they will get the opposite of it. So that's why Allah mentioned in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ma'un, I'm sure a lot of you memorized this surah, verse number 4. Fawailun lil musallin, means from the salah for those who pray. There are some people who pray, but the effect of their pray, of their salah, is actually lead to wailun, the hellfire. Ever heard of this? Hellfire for those who pray, not for those who not pray. But then it doesn't just end there. So what is the characteristic of their pray, of their salah, that lead them to the hellfire? So we have to understand this. Because their salah is not because of yakhshallah, not because of fear to Allah. It's because of other things, because of their own benefits, because of people. They think of people's perception. They don't think of how Allah view them as a slave. Okay, that is one aspect of al-ilm in salah or anything related to ibadah. Okay, let's take another example. For example, in business, since we are in a situation where we are being partially locked down, we can't go out from our house. So I'm sure a lot of you may be running a business, online business, for you to making a little bit of money. Even in Al-Madar Tafiz Elite School, we teach our students to do online business because we are a school of business too. So we have the module of business study. So in business, how do you implement your knowledge? You have knowledge in business. You know how to do marketing. You know how to promote your product. But then check our intention. our belief system. We have the knowledge, but is that knowledge shape a good belief system or the other way? So you have to understand this. So if the knowledge that you have for in business, but then the intention, your belief system is not because of yakhshallah, fear to Allah, it's because of something else. For example, you just want more money. You do business because you need more money, just because of that reason. Or you just want to fulfill your needs and desires. Or you want recognition from other people. You want reputation. You want title that you are rich. So is that your intention? Means you are not fear to Allah. So in that case, your business, what is the effect? What is the consequences of your business? So this matter Allah explained in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 16. Allah said, فَمَا رَبِحَتْ تِجَارَتُهُمْ. Means your business won't be profitable either in this world or in the hereafter, or both. So that's a shame. You do business but you have no profit. Even if you think you have profit in this world, but you can't be sure. Or you are sure about it because Allah explained in Quran. Your business, if it's not based on the fear to Allah, then it won't be profitable. Even if you see in this world it's profitable, but in the hereafter, you decide. You see what Allah mentioned in the Quran. So that's why ilmu has to shape a good belief system. The knowledge that shape a good belief system based on fear to Allah. That is another aspect. Okay, let me show you another aspect. One more aspect that is very close to me. That is that happens to people around me when I'm working. So we take science and medicine, especially, for example, since I'm working in hospital. So we take science and medicine, for example. So science and medicine, we know it's a knowledge, of course. Someone who has knowledge in science and medicine even have a high position in our community. Okay, in this, we are not talking about how their effort, their sacrifice during this coronavirus. I just want to highlight it to you that how we view al-ilmu is. So, science and medicine is a knowledge. So if someone has a knowledge in science, chemistry, physics, biology, medicine, physiology, and whatsoever, and then they are able to practice or implement their knowledge in their career, means they are able to diagnose any type of diseases, they are able to prescribe any kind of medicine, they are able to operate on people, they are able to care for their patient, basically. But then, if their belief system is not based on fear to Allah, then they won't get anything from their knowledge. It just remains as knowledge. So their intention, we have to check back their intention. How do they view their knowledge as? Means in implementing their knowledge, how do they believe? So sometimes many people, I should correct that, many people, not all, but many people think that when they have a knowledge, they become very arrogant. I should say this. They think that they have everything in this world. People should, people should respect them, but they think that there are, how to say, many doctors are like that. I mean, maybe not in our country, but it can be somewhere else. They think that they save the life. They are the one who save the life. They don't think that life belongs to God and it will return to God. Things like that. Many, if you watch any American movie, actually you can see in our community, there are some like that. I don't want to judge anyone. I'm also a doctor, so I don't judge anyone. But this is the reality that Allah described to us. Allah explained to us. Allah tell us already. So that's why al-ilmu has to be based on the fear to Allah. If not, it will be nothing. Nothing. In the eyes of Allah, you are nothing, even if you are being defined as someone knowledgeable in your community. So there is one story, one example that I can relate to this, in which I'm sure a lot of you know about the story, know who is Abu Jahal is. Abu Jahal is basically the uncle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Abu Jahal, for your information, for those who don't know, Abu Jahal comes from the word jahala, means stupid or idiot. But do you know that Abu Jahal is actually has high position in his community, in the group of people that he's mingled with. So he has high position because he actually has knowledge in language. He's quite intelligent in knowledge. But although in his community he has high position, he is seen as someone knowledgeable, but in the eyes of Allah, he is Abu Jahal, the father of stupidity. So why? Because his knowledge doesn't cause him to be fear to Allah, doesn't cause him to be closer to Allah. So we have to remember this. Whatever ilmu, al-ilmu that we have is coming from Allah. So we have to be, it has to cause us to be fear to Allah. So I think I would like to end my live video today. I hope that you can get some point from my sharing. And check back the surah and the verse that I mentioned to you. If you manage to get whatever surah and verse that we discussed today, can you please write in the comment, especially our students, our scholars. Okay, no, please jot down notes. So I think that's all for today. We'll continue with other session in which we will talk about al-ilmu in a deeper context. So that's all from me. Please stay at home. If you don't have anything to if you don't have anything important to do, please don't go out from your home, from your house, please. If you think that you need to buy some groceries, make sure you take precaution. Make sure you always keep your distance from others, social distancing 1 meter apart, please. And then make sure you use hand sanitizer. If you don't have any hand sanitizer, it's okay. Wash your hand with soap and water. It's enough. So just please take care of yourself. Stay at home. Stay safe. Please. Okay. I think that's all. Thank you very much for those who joined. Yeah, we'll continue in the next session. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.